badly into a depression hidden under a drift of leaves and tore his palm on a buried root. He pressed the hand against his thigh and kept moving. He crossed a frozen stream by stepping stone to stone and nearly lost his footing on the last stone and caught himself with both hands on the ice, which cracked but held. His knees were wet and aching. There was mud under his fingernails. The back of his neck where his hair ended was numb. He thought many times about turning back. He did not turn back. He couldn't have explained precisely why, except that the grief was still with him, that enormous impersonal sorrow. And it seemed to him that turning around would be the thing that finally made it his own. He found the king at midday, if the grey lightning of the canopy above counted as midday. He had expected, he didn't know what, a throne, a fire, something theatrical. Instead, there was a man sitting on a fallen log beside a cold brook, eating bread. He was not young, not old. He was large in the way that some men are large, not in height, but in the sense of presence, the sense that the air around him was doing something different than the air elsewhere. His clothes were plain and showed hard use. He looked up when Cale came through the last line of trees and said simply, "You took longer than I hoped, less long than I feared." Cale stopped. His chest was heaving from the last rise. "You've been waiting." "I have been waiting since you were 11 years old and touched my forest and ran." There was no accusation in it, only fact. The king broke a piece of bread and held it out, and after a moment Cale took it and ate it, and it tasted like nothing he'd ever eaten. Not sweet, not extraordinary, just bread, but bread that somehow addressed the specific hunger he'd been carrying for 15 years without knowing its name. "What do you want from me?" Cale said. The king looked at him steadily. His eyes were not gentle in the way eyes are gentle in comfortable stories. They were the eyes of someone who had seen a very great deal and had not looked away from any of it. "Everything," he said. "Your comfort, your obscurity, the life you'd planned that would have fit around you like old cloth. All of it." "And what do I get?" The king was quiet for a moment. Around them the forest dripped and breathed. "A true thing to do," he said finally, "and someone to do it with." He said it the way men say things they have paid a high price to know. Cale sat down on the log beside him. His torn palm throbbed. His boots were soaked through, and his knees were beginning to stiffen in the cold. He thought about Dern, about the tavern bench, about how good